Hi, everyone. Welcome to this Lunch with Mia, lunch with the Maryland Insurance Administration. My name is Patty Dorn. I'm the Health Insurance Administrator for Maryland Insurance Administration's Health Coverage Assistance Team, and I'm going to be talking to you today about the Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program. So one thing to note before we get started, senior is in the name of the Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program. However, this program is not just for those who are 65 plus, who are on Medicare. This is for anyone who's on Medicare, even if you are on Medicare due to a disability. So if you're on Social Security disability insurance and you may be under 65 years old, you should look into this program as well, as you may also qualify. So with that, I'm going to turn off my camera and get started talking to you guys about the Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program. All right, so this presentation does not provide legal advice. You should discuss specific questions with your trusted financial advisor or insurance producer. That's our disclaimer usually when we are going to get into talking about insurance specifically. I mean, right now we are talking about a program that helps you with the costs of Medicare Part D. The Maryland Insurance Administration, so the state agency that I work for, we're the state agency that regulates the business of insurance in Maryland. And what that means is we are your state entity that licenses the insurance companies and the insurance producers to do business in Maryland. Insurance producers are the agents and the brokers that you work with to purchase insurance products. We examine the business practices of those insurance companies that operate in Maryland to make sure that they follow the laws, to ensure compliance with Maryland law and any applicable federal laws. We monitor the solvency of insurers. So what that means is those insurance companies that operate in the state of Maryland, they need to have the money to pay your claims. So we're making sure that those insurance companies are solvent, that they're able to stay in business, that they're able to work for you, that they're able to pay your claims. We review and approve insurance policy forms. So those policies that are issued to you have been reviewed in our office to ensure that the policy itself is compliant with Maryland laws and federal laws. So the policy that's issued to you must be compliant with the law, and then that insurance company must comply with that policy. We review insurance rates, those premiums that you're charged, to ensure that they're not inadequate. They need to collect enough money to have money to pay your claims, but that they're also not excessive or unfairly discriminatory. And we investigate consumer and provider complaints and allegations of insurance fraud. So if you as a Marylander have a complaint against an insurance company or an agent or broker who sold you the product, you can come to the Maryland Insurance Administration and file a complaint. I'm not going to show a video. There's a link to a video at the bottom, and we have a repository of videos to help you understand what we do as an agency, how we can help you, as well as different insurance products. And that is on the State of Maryland YouTube page. All right, so this just says, these are reasons that you can come to us if you feel as though an insurance company has improperly denied or they're delaying payment for a claim that you have in process. If you believe that your insurance product has been terminated improperly, if you believe your insurance rates, your insurance premiums were raised without proper notice, or anytime someone makes false statements to you in connection with the sale of insurance. These are reasons that you can contact us and file a complaint, as well as overcharging you for services. But really, if you think it might be a situation that we can help you with, contact the Maryland Insurance Administration for assistance. So what is the Maryland Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program? This program is a subsidy program providing financial help to eligible Maryland residents enrolled in a Medicare Advantage plan with prescription drug coverage or enrolled in a Medicare Part D plan. So this program assists with the Part D premium costs for Medicare Advantage plans and standalone Medicare Part D plans. This program was established by the Maryland General Assembly in 2005. So it has been operating in Maryland now for almost 20 years. It's overseen by the Maryland Department of Health. So it is the Department of Health that runs the program, the administration of the program itself. And MDSB 219 extends the Maryland SPDAP program to December 31st, 2030. So as of now, this program will stay in effect until December 31st, 2030. So for the calendar year 2024, and apologies for this, we don't have an update from the program for 2025 with regards to how much they're going to pay per month. We haven't received that information yet. It could still be $75, possibly it'll be more. So for calendar year 2024, the SPDAP program covers up to $75 per month toward the premium for an approved Medicare Part D plan, or toward the part of a member's premium for an approved Medicare Advantage plan that covers prescription drugs. So if you qualify for this program, it will pay up to $75, or it will pay $75 toward your D plan or toward the part of your Medicare Advantage plan that covers drug coverage. $75 is greater than the average of a Medicare Part D plan in the state of Maryland. So the $75 actually covers the entire premium for a very high percentage of Marylanders who qualify for the plan. The SPDAP is a premium subsidy only program. It does not help with out-of-pocket drug costs. So important to know, it is a premium subsidy only program. What the SPDAP program helps you with is the cost of your premium for Part D or a Medicare Advantage plan that includes drug coverage. The SPDAP only provides subsidies for program members, and to be a program member, you must apply and be accepted into the program. And on these next slides, we're going to talk a little bit about how you do that. So once you're approved to be a member of the SPDAP program, the program notifies Medicare of your membership. Medicare will tell the SPDAP program which plan you are in. So this is just so you know, once you get in, the SPDAP program itself is going to notify Medicare, and Medicare is going to say, okay, this person is in this particular plan. So eligibility requirements for SPDAP. Individuals must meet the following eligibility requirements to participate in the program. You must be a Maryland resident for 6 months, enrolled in a Medicare Advantage plan with prescription drug coverage, or a standalone Medicare Part D plan. Now, one note, most of the Medicare Advantage plans that are sold in the state of Maryland do include drug coverage. However, there are some that don't, and in those situations, those people purchase a standalone Medicare Part D plan. The income needs to be at or below 300% of the federal poverty level. So 300%, that means 3 times. So income of 3 times the federal poverty level or below. In 2024, so this year, this is approximately $3,750 per month for an individual and $5,000 per month for a couple. And then you must not have prescription drug coverage through another health benefit plan. So this is only going to assist you if you get your prescription drug coverage through a Medicare Advantage plan or through Medicare Part D. It will not assist you, for example, if you get your drug coverage through retiree benefits that work with Medicare. And then you must apply and be accepted into the program. And I just want to say, if you have any questions as I'm going through this, please put them in the chat. I have Julia Schreiber with me from the Department of Aging, and she's going to help me with a Q&A at the end. So I encourage you to put those questions in the chat as I'm talking. If you already receive assistance paying for Medicare prescription drug costs from the Federal Extra Help Program, you may not qualify for additional assistance from SPDAP because your Part D premium costs may already be covered. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Extra Help Program in a few more slides. But for those of you who receive extra help, while you might qualify for this program, it might not offer you any additional assistance if you're in a situation where the extra help program is already covering that premium. If you are enrolled in Maryland Medical Assistance, Medicaid, you are not eligible. You are not eligible because that is already being covered for you. You're not eligible if you have prescription drug coverage under another health benefit plan. So again, important, you're getting it through retiree benefits, not through a standalone D plan or a Medicare Advantage plan. You won't be eligible for this program. Eligibility is based on earned and unearned income, and there is no limit on assets for the Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program. So different from Extra Help. Extra help certainly has an asset test. You can only have under a certain amount of assets in order to qualify. It is not the same with the Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program. They're only going to look at your earned and unearned income, not your assets, not the money that you have in the bank, the value of your things. You could have $1 million in assets. It's based on your income. If you qualify based on income, you qualify for the Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program. So how do I know if my Medicare plan qualifies? It's going to qualify. So what I was told is that all the D plans that have something other than a zero premium will be qualifying for 2025. If you follow this link, you can see the specific list itself, the standard prescription drug plans for 2025 link, as well as the Advantage plan link. So the zero premiums aren't on the list because this is a premium subsidy program. And if there's no premium, there's nothing for them to help you out with. The Senior Prescription Drug Assistance, the application can be found at the link that I have there. After I get through a few more slides, I'm going to show you the website itself. If you were to follow this link, you would get exactly to the application part. But if you just go to marylandspdap.com, it might be a little bit more confusing for you to find the application itself. So I'm going to share my screen with that website and show you exactly how to get there in a few minutes. You can also request a paper copy by calling their hotline, or you can request a paper copy via link at the site. Hey, if that's how you want to do it, you don't want to print it out, etc. Definitely call them and have a paper copy snail mailed to you. An authorized representative form is available if you are acting as a representative for an applicant or a member. And if you want step-by-step help filling out the application, I strongly suggest that you call your local state health insurance assistance program, SHIP. And like I said, I have Julia Schreiber here today, and she's from the Department of Aging, and she is the manager for the entire state for the SHIP program. She's here to answer questions as well. And this link takes you to the Department of Aging, their SHIP page. SHIP is located in every single county in Maryland. So say you're in Howard County, you're going to contact the Howard County SHIP. So you're going to look at that information, find your county, and it'll give you the number that you contact to get somebody to help you within the SHIP program. And again, questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. So the first 4 pages list the application instructions, the hotline number, and the complete list of the Medicare D and Advantage plans that are participating. You do need to sign this application, and if you're married and you live with your spouse, both you and your spouse must sign the application. You need to return the application via fax to the address listed on the application, and you need to expect 60 to 90 days to process the application. Final note, SPDAP program members may switch their Medicare Part D or Medicare Advantage plans one time per year in addition to the annual open enrollment period. So you do get one opportunity per year. I'm gonna close this real quick and I'm gonna share something else with you. So that's kind of a neat thing if you remember it. So try to remember it. If you qualify for the program and you're unhappy with your D plan, let's say, or you're unhappy even with your Medicare Advantage plan, being in the SPDAP program itself allows you to switch. It allows you one time during the year to be able to switch those plans because you've qualified for this program. I want to share the actual website with you all so you're comfortable accessing the website and finding information on this website. All right, so I think you can all see it. This is what it looks like. This is the main page. So if you go to marylandspdap.com, this is what you're going to see. And you would go to how to apply right here. Forms. Click on that. Open that up. And the enrollment application is right here at the bottom. So for the copy, you just click here and it's going to take you to that enrollment application. You're going to need to print it out and sign it, and you're going to need to send it back in. And then the rest of the site's just going to go through a lot of the things that I covered with you, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone could actually find the application and understands that. Thank you. I'm going to go back to my presentation. Oops, from beginning. Sorry. The Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Hotline number is 1-800-551-5995. You can always contact them with questions. And since I have your attention, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Medicare Savings Program and Extra Help. So the Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program is a program to help moderate income Marylanders. The Medicare Savings Program and the Extra Help Program are designed to help the lower income Marylanders. But I think it's important that everyone understands, because very well could be people on this call today who qualify, know a loved one who might qualify and haven't taken advantage of these programs. So let's talk a little bit first about the Medicare Savings Program. So the Medicare Savings Program is they're Medicaid programs, and they're designed to help you with the costs of Medicare A and B. So the costs of Medicare A and B, but not necessarily, the Medicare Savings Programs don't help you with D. That's Extra Help, and that's the Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program. So the Qualified Medicare Beneficiary Program helps Maryland seniors or Marylanders on Medicare with the costs that Medicare A and B doesn't cover. So it helps eligible Maryland residents by paying the full amount of your monthly Medicare premiums and your Medicare co-pays and deductibles. So a Medicare beneficiary in the state of Maryland who qualifies for the QMB program will see very little out-of-pocket expenses with regards to Medicare A and B. A being hospitalization, hospital care, B being your outpatient care. The monthly income and resource limits for 2024 for an individual is $1,275 with a resource limit of just over $9,000. For a married couple, it's $1,724 with a resource limit of over $14,000. So those, they are relatively low income limits to qualify, but if someone does qualify, they will use their Medicare Part A and B, and they're going to see, in most cases, they're going to see no out-of-pocket expenses. If you qualify, Medicare providers are not allowed to bill you for services and items that Medicare covers. So you're not even allowed to be billed. You're not going to pay for this, and technically, you're not supposed to receive a bill on accident for these things. You might get a bill for small Medicaid co-payments if one applies. That is rare, but you can find situations where that does apply. And you'll also get extra help to pay for your prescription drugs. So somebody who qualifies for the QMB program does, by income and asset, automatically qualify for the extra help program. And the extra help program is going to be helping them with those D costs, with those drug costs. And it's going to go many steps further than the senior prescription drug assistance program does. It's not only going to cover the premium, but it's going to cover those out-of-pocket expenses to pay for the medications. So somebody who qualifies for QMB is automatically also going to be qualifying for extra help. The specified low-income Medicare beneficiary is like QMB's little sister. It pays for your monthly Part B premium, but it's not going to help with those cost sharing. So whereas the QMB program, it's going to pay for any premiums and it's going to pay for all that cost sharing, the SlimB program is just going to pay for your Medicare Part B premium, which, I mean, in itself can be a big help. We're looking at $175 a month, but that's what the SlimB program covers. You must have both Medicare Part A and B to qualify. The monthly income and resource limits are, for an individual, $1,500 per month. And then with the resource limits are the same. And for a married couple, it's $2,000 a month in order to qualify for SlimB, meaning in order to qualify to have those Medicare Part B premiums covered. If you qualify for the SlimB program, you'll also get extra help. You'll also get extra help paying for your prescription drugs, which means you'll qualify for the extra help program itself. What about resources? So going back real quick, there's a resource limit here, right? 9,000 for a single person, 14,000 for a couple. What counts? What counts are money in a checking or savings or retirement account, stocks and bonds. That's what they're looking at. That's what falls in that bucket. Everything else falls outside it. Your home, car, burial plot, burial expenses, if you've put that money aside specifically for that, furniture, other household, and personal items. Extra Help is a Medicare program for people with limited income and resources that helps lower Medicare drug plan costs, premiums, deductibles, and coinsurance. The eligibility for Extra Help, a person's monthly income must be below about $1,900 for an individual and about $2,500 for a couple. Resources such as stocks, bonds, and money in retirement accounts must also be below certain limits in the Extra Help program. Most people who qualify for Extra Help don't pay for their Medicare drug plan premium and deductible. They're going to pay $4.50 for each generic drug and up to $11.20 for brand name drugs. So they're going to see some out-of-pocket expenses, but they are minimal. Once drug costs reach $8,000, there's no cost for each covered drug. With regards to enrollment, Medicare will send a notice to those who qualify for Extra Help listing plans with zero premiums and deductibles. If a person doesn't join a plan, Medicare is going to enroll you automatically into one. You can apply for Extra Help online at ssa.gov/extrahelp or by calling Social Security. You can also request a paper application or schedule an appointment at the local Social Security office. So I do know that this is a lot. And I would like to ask Julia to join me right now for a Q&A. Hi, Julia. I can't hear All right. So any questions, please go ahead and put those in the chat. I don't see any questions so far. Julia, I have a question though for you. It's with regards to the application itself, the Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program application. And this is just what I've been told from ship managers. So for clarification, the application itself does ask for asset information. So we say the Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program, it doesn't look at assets. You know, you can own your house, you can have $1 million in the bank, and it's not going to look at any of that. However, the application itself does ask that. And what I've been told is that the reason that the application asks that is that it's screening you for additional levels of assistance. And I believe that that actually specifically means extra help. Is that correct?
Yeah, the extra help obviously offers coverage that is more expensive than SPDAP. So they want to first see if you can receive the extra help benefits rather than SPDAP.
Okay. And would you know if somebody just didn't fill that information out, would they process it as a completed form and just not screen them for the extra help program?
I don't know the answer to that. I will say to expedite the process as much as possible to fill out the information comprehensively, because they we have gotten applications kicked back for when information is missing.
Okay. That's super
And
important.
we're here to help
do you have
too.
any sense?
We're happy, one of our counselors are happy to chat, to see, to talk to you about all of these different programs. You know that the applications are coming from different agencies, so we can help screen and make sure you get some application assistance for the right programs. Sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm just curious, is it taking, do you think on average, is it taking them the 60 to 90 days to process an application?
No, it's typically quicker than that. And also, even if it does take that time, while you're obviously having to wait for the premium, it will be backdated. If you're approved, it'll be backdated from when you to when you did apply.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, it will be backdated to when you apply. Excellent. Let's see, there are a couple questions in the chat. It looks like if a consumer has Part A only, can they apply for the Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program?
You'll need to have a Part D plan because the subsidy only is applied to the Part D premium. So they'll, in order to receive the benefit, you'll need to have a premium for Part D.
And I think she might also be thinking along the lines of, what about B? So is it true? So if somebody had only Part A and then a D plan, they would likely still could potentially qualify for Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program. Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense to me. Another question, actually. Sometimes extra help and Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program do work together, correct? You can have a level of extra help that makes SPDAP still assist you. Is that true or no?
My understanding, and from talking with those that run SPDAP, is that if you have extra help, you do not qualify for
Across the board.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for that clarification. Thomas asks, to confirm, one can purchase a Part D plan and an Advantage plan if the Advantage plan doesn't have prescription drug coverage. That's correct, Thomas. I had heard you can get an Advantage plan. All other Medicare plans are canceled. Thomas, because some of the Medicare Advantage plans don't cover D, then you essentially in those situations have to purchase a standalone Part D plan. Any other questions for us? All right. Well, thank you everyone for being here today. I have the MIA slide up here. Obviously with our website, phone number. We're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube, X, Instagram, all that fun stuff. And I'm sure so is the Department of Aging. Did you have anything else you want to share, Julia?
No, I was actually trying to think that you touched on the things that I wanted to share with your questions, actually.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I guess that was short but sweet. Reach out to us if you have any other questions. Definitely spread the word about the Senior Prescription Drug Assistance Program. It does help those moderate income Marylanders who oftentimes don't think that they qualify for any assistance at all. And, $75 a month toward your Part D premium can make a big difference in your budget from month to month. So thanks everybody for being here, and we hope to see you again soon at another one of our Lunch with Mia's. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.